What a scene here. Opening round scheduled for 10. Iron Mike now facing a pretty well-rounded, well-schooled boxer puncher here, Teddy.
Yeah, a guy that he's not going to find just by standing there or just walking forward. He's going to have to cut the ring down. He's going to have to take some air out of the tires, goes downstairs to the basement a little bit. He's going to have to work his way in. He might have to earn it tonight.
Tyson's hit by a right hand. Halfway through this round here. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Henderson's corner's going to really need to step up and handle that swelling. Henderson's vision is being compromised here. That swelling around the eye is worsening as the fight continues.
Well, right now he has to use every advantage he can. You're right. He's at a disadvantage. So now he has to position himself in the ring, every inch of that ring, where he keeps his opponent in a place where he can't throw punches towards the bad eye, where he positions himself where the good eye is always in a place where it can be used.
Good block by Tyson. Mike Tyson's got a tough go of it now, as you can see swelling. What do you think is most misunderstood about the heavyweight division?
I think it's human nature for people to see these big Goliaths, that they start to think that, hey, they're more sure of themselves, that these guys have more of an abundance of...
There it is! Mike Tyson's down on the canvas. How will he recover from this? And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid this opponent like the Black Plague.
To go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Wow! Henderson's stunned, and he is hurt. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. So he decides to go downstairs early on, and I think he'll be happy with that decision later on.
Well, it tells you that he's a well-prepared fighter. His corner came in here with a good game plan. They understood what they had in front of them. A guy that's going to move a little bit. Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
A well-placed left hand by Tyson. Henderson's got to deal with a cut cheek. He just missed that shot up top. So much of Mike Tyson is the image of Mike Tyson, and that falls right in line with his record. That of invincibility, undefeated.
And you know what? You just said it all. That's his greatest strength. It's going to take somebody that's going to close their eyes to that. Somebody that maybe never read a newspaper, never got that kind of news, never listened to a radio, that's going to go in there and just say, I'm going to deal with the man just as a regular man.
Mike Tyson's resting up after a round in where he was so very accurate. And Teddy, if you want to have one single quality out there as an offensive fighter, accuracy is among the ones you want to have.
Yeah, to be accurate, that means you have to be calm. And you have to be smart, that you know that you're putting the punches in certain specific places for a reason. And boxing is not just about the strongest guys. It's supposed to be, and it usually is, about the smartest guys.
Tyson's side to me is getting worse as things continue on here. Teddy, he's got to be very conscious of that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and his corner has to be too. They got to be thinking about, if it gets to the point where he can't defend himself, they have to do something. Obviously, they didn't come here thinking they were going to have to stop this fight.
Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Nice block by Henderson. Ten seconds to go in the fourth. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Henderson's a pro, but he's not a well-rounded pro because a better level of fighter would be committing to the body more here, wouldn't he, Teddy?
Yeah, well, first of all, he would recognize that that's where he's supposed to be going now that his opponent, you know, is taken off a little bit with those fast shoes. No better way to take those shoes off his feet than to go downstairs.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Mike Tyson. That was a miss by Henderson. Henderson's got to know that the answer is to go to the body against this faster fighter, but I'm not seeing him do it.
Well, that's part of the talent, is knowing. It's just recognizing where your opportunities are, where they must be. Look, if you were in a car race with somebody, you knew they had a better engine, they had a faster car. Joe, if you had a chance, you might sneak out and take a little air out of the guy's tires. Well, go to the body, you take some air out of those tires, and the guy can't use his legs, he can't use his speed.
Mike Mike Tyson's a brawler, right, Teddy?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the style that you think's going to carry him through? Because it's working out so far.
Yeah, if he can keep it going this way, you know, he's going to be happy. He wants to keep his opponent in this kind of mindset. Right now, he's got his opponent angry. I know that sounds funny, but he wants to keep him angry because he's not thinking. He's fighting his fight.
Tyson's cheek is cut, and you can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. And round 5 comes to an end. Mike Tyson's going with a quality that I think is very underrated in boxing, and that is to be judicious, to really think about when, how, and make the most of each thing you're doing. His punch rate, very, very effective in terms of his percentage landed.
Yeah, he's throwing educated punches. You know, he's not wasting anything. He's making everything count, but just as importantly, everything's leading to something else. You know, he's working the body one moment, and that's leading up to some head attack later on. So he's planning everything out like a smart fighter, a guy that understands the sweet science.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Henderson's got no chance of keeping his opponent off balance. None at all, because he's not moving at all.
Maybe he doesn't want to. You know, guys start to deteriorate, not just physically outside, but inside. Maybe he's given up already. And maybe he doesn't want to fall down. He knows everybody's going to see that. But maybe this is his way of getting out of there. He knows the ref's going to stop him.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Henderson's now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent punch right through that guard.
Well, he should feel the effects. I mean, look, Joe, it's kind of like standing out in a rainstorm with an umbrella, and all of a sudden the wind's coming, and the rain's coming from the side, and you're standing there under the umbrella and say, why am I getting wet? Well, you're standing there covering up. The punches are coming from the side. They're coming from all angles. You're going to get wet.
You're not always protected. Blocks the headshot. Well, Mike Tyson has not faced much adversity in his early career, but now a bit of a challenge, as you can see the swelling.
And a swollen eye on anybody, especially on somebody like Tyson, it can shrink your confidence. I wonder if that's what's happening right now to Tyson.
Mike Tyson on the inside can do such damage as he is here. Good job of just letting those hands go. Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff! He just scored the knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
But holding on.
He's hugging him.
Can he get up from this? He's done it before, but can he get up from a second time down?
3, 4, 5.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah,
it's gonna take a lot to rise up from that. What a body shot that was. That is it. This fight is over. Iron Knight's gonna start early. That's a TKO win.